Limerick Olympian Sarah Lavin. Sarah, I suppose the dust has settled on Tokyo 2020 or 2021 as it turned out. How do you look back in the experience?
Incredibly proud, to be honest with you. There was, when I look back and see that I started the year in 57th, and just last week the world rankings released and I'm 27th, to climb 30 places, I have to be immensely proud. But of course, when I got there, I wanted to be more competitive, and that longing for more, I suppose, really
Yeah.
kept within me. So I started racing, and I actually only finished up last Tuesday at the Gold Continental Tour in Croatia, in Zagreb, and I just think like it helped me almost get that little, because I would have loved to make a semi-final at the Olympics, of course, um, and keeping that racing and pushing on those world rankings really helped, and I suppose hopefully help not just for World Championships next year, but Paris in 2024.
Qualifying in the circumstances and given the convoluted method, and it dragged on for so long, and you're kind of you compete maybe European time Friday night, say, and then there's races on the other side of the world Saturday, Sunday, and you're waiting to see where you are. It's been
Yeah,
extremely stressful.
it's kind. You have to kind of get on board with it, because sometimes you don't find out till the night before that you're into a race, and you have to get to aid, or that evening, because a lane has freed up, and that's just the joys of athletics. You have to, because in these top grade competitions there's only 8 lanes, and you're competing against the best girls in the world for those 8 lanes, before you even get to race them, I guess. So yeah, you have to get on board with it. It probably took me a while, and I really enjoy now, I suppose, the adventure and just traveling, and I appreciate, I guess, after COVID, even just the traveling part, and I think also when I was getting to the races, I was just so grateful to be negative. I've got there safely and without COVID implications and all of the rest. So racing actually just became the easy part, and yeah, I just really enjoyed every single race I did this season. Yeah.
How did you find the whole Olympics experience itself, away from the track, in terms of the Olympic Village, being part of Team Ireland, the build up?
Yeah, it was amazing, and such pride, that there was such success amongst the team and such amazing individuals, that I would have heard of but didn't get to know, and getting to develop those friendships was really special. Of course, I would have loved my parents there, but hey, that's hopefully God in a few years' time, and it'll be an easier journey. But I think the fact that I didn't have an Olympics before this, I had nothing to compare to with regards to the crowd. And it was still incredibly special. The Japanese people were amazing, and we were very fortunate with the people who were there with us, who looked after us. They really had the athlete's best interest at heart, and I think that was something that was really special as well.
What do you think you learned from the experience that might help you 3 years down the line? Fingers crossed, all going well for Paris.
I think it's just bigger goals, bigger and better goals, and I think where I came from, say, the 1st of January this year, to be at this position, it would have been a goal. And suddenly I feel like I came up short, which just sounds mad, but it's true, and so yeah, I think in complete and utter determination, drive, more passion, everything has just been heightened after that experience, and I just really hope I can build on it, stay injury free, and keep progressing in the next 2-3 years.
Such a technical sport, isn't it? I mean, you meet one hurdle wrong and your race is done.
It's quite unforgiving, yes, for
Yeah.
sure. And my coach as well is well able to call me out on moments that are ultimately down to me. As much as we prepare together and everything is training, I'm so grateful for everything she can help with, training. But as soon as I go on the line, I have to pull it out myself. She can't run the race for me, and it's those moments that you have to be incredibly on and concentrating intensely, and yeah, you have to. It is a technical event, and that's the beauty of it too. And I think that's where the gap, I suppose, that anything is possible at a championship if you're in top form.
You mentioned there how you finished off your season the last couple of weeks. Do you take some downtime now and then rebuild for the indoor season? Is that's
Yes,
the plan?
indoors on. So I kept racing, I suppose, just to improve my world ranking, which hopefully has secured qualification. I think I have the standard anyway, but with regards to my world ranking as well for World Indoors in Serbia in March. So that'll be the next championship as such, and it's just getting into really. I found out this week I'm into pretty good races in end of January and February as well, which things are only dreamt of. World Championships are outdoors next year. So yeah, no, I'll take a few weeks now. I'm 1 week down though, and my body is kind of screaming at me. It's almost harder to do nothing. But again, I know that I need to allow my body to reset in order to push on next year and have higher targets, I suppose. Yeah.
Do you go back working as a physiotherapist now again? You do?
Yeah, I will go back for. I'm not sure how much, but I'm hoping to get back. It's important to have other things going on in your life, especially between now and Christmas. So hopefully, yeah.
And I suppose it's only 3 years to Paris. Normally 4-year cycle, but it's 3 years. And you mentioned, maybe the opportunity to get back and maybe have your family and friends there this time, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, if that alone would drive you on, to share that with the people who are most special to you. So, I think it's incredibly fortunate that I'll be 30 by the time 2024, and I think that's where you hit your prime as a hurdler.